That's probably my least favorite player to guard. Like, he's not fast, not strong.
He can't shoot, basically.
Can't shoot for real, not quick, but he is a problem.
I'm not looking to get statistics on the defensive end. My job is to make sure that you are not comfortable and you don't get to where you want to get to on the floor. Oh, yeah. Hey, Shorty can play. Yeah, he gonna be good. He still got to work. I told him work because you got a chance to be good.
So this is our bonus podcast, and I'm super glad to have Justin Anderson and McKinley Bright on my podcast because this segment is going to be dedicated to give credit to those who usually stay out of the headlines. And I even have few ideas how to call this segment. Like, you can actually pick one. Best under the radar players, most underrated players, most overlooked players, best player that doesn't get talked enough, most impactful players of the league. But for the beginning, I was thinking, like, what is the most overrated stat on the box score or just in general that people are focusing on? And what kind of stat you would like to put or give more, let's say, to give a highlight on that, or even, I don't know, create a stat that would define the player's impact on the court?
I would say the most underrated, it's not a stat, but the most underrated thing is, being able to defend. And I think Justin does that for us at a high level. Every night, coach gives him the assignment to guard the other team's top leading scorer. And he's done a really good job of that this year. And like you said, it doesn't really show on the box score or the stat sheet, but if you watch the games and you're a basketball analyst, you can see the impact that he has on our team. The most overrated probably will be just points, because that's the first thing everybody looks at. That's the first thing that, majority of the players care about is, how many points I can get and, checking stats to see, how can they increase their points each and every night. So that would be my answer.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the compliment because we literally fight about who's going to guard the best player.
We do.
Every game.
Like you both?
Yeah,
okay.
We fight between each other, man.
Because obviously if he's 6'5" and above, Ken is going to let me have it off the top, even though he wants to do it. But if it's smaller guards, I'm like, man, listen, like, this is what I do. Like, I don't know where you've been the last 3 years, maybe NBA or whatever, but like, if it's Facu, if it's, some of these small guards, I want that matchup. So he's been doing a heck of a job this year, just tenacious. I mean, he's playing so many minutes. He's showing that he's a veteran in this league at his first year. So that's enough of our compliments for each other, I guess, for the show. But I think the most overrated stat is I really truly feel like points are overrated, because how you get to it looks different for a lot of players. Some guys are taking a lot of free throws. Some guys are taking a lot of attempts. Who cares? At the end of the day, like, did you win or did you lose? You can have 35, but did you win or did you lose? So for me, the points are very overrated, but I respect it because that's my job to go out there and make sure you don't get it. And then I think a very underrated stat is outside of the point guard's assists. Move the daggone basketball. Play together. Play for your teammates. This is Europe, right? Like all of the vets that I talked to, Tyrese Rice, David Vanderpool, Corey Alexander, Kyle Hines, all of the vets that I've spoken with when I was in America thinking about coming to Europe, all they talked about was, it's a lot different in America. You got to play as a team. It's very similar to college. You move the basketball. And I think Europe, it's starting to become a little bit more Americanized in the game of some teams because, points are being praised again. And you're starting to see guys are, going for 16, 17 points when I thought that the leading scorer over here was like 11 to 12 points per game for their team. So points are overrated. I think underrated is assist. Pass the ball.
And since we have such a great tag team defensively here, have you ever had your Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen moment? Let's shut down this guy.
I told you.
Yo, that's crazy. I'll let you tell him.
We just talked about this today.
Really? Okay.
I asked him, did he watch the documentary? He says, yeah, but I kind of forgot about it. I said, Tony Kukoc, and he played for the Bulls and six man and all this and that, and they played against USA in the Olympics, and Michael Jordan and Scottie, they both want to guard him, and they took turns. And, we had this conversation today because we're obviously playing against a really high-level point guard tomorrow, Sylvian Francisco. Besides myself, that's my favorite player to watch.
Okay.
One of the guys I have a lot of respect for, and he comes to me today in practice, and I got Francisco. I said, no, hell no, you don't. No, you don't. I got Francisco. I want it. He said, no, I got. So we just go back and forth between that, and I said, you know what? We could Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, we could Tony Kukoc. I'll start on them. You can have your turn. Let's go back and forth. Now, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I don't want to talk too early, so make sure you don't have 30 points tomorrow or whatever. But we talked about that today actually, so it's pretty funny you brought that up.
So when you both want to guard somebody, like who's deciding? Is that up to the coach? Or you do some tricks, some stuff to decide?
It just depends, man. Some coach has his share of it.
He's buying into it though.
Yeah.
Like he's starting to see it.
Yeah. Coach said we'll switch tomorrow. We'll both have our chance. But it just depends on how the game is flowing, what type of player it is.
Bro, I'm going to tell you a story, right? So we're in Dubai and Lonnie Walker is in Dubai and Lonnie hadn't did anything but maybe make like a pull-up or two. And Lonnie's, respected Lonnie. He didn't score on me the last time we played at all. I think he ended up with 1, respectfully, but he was talking crazy during that game. But the first game, the talking crazy started because there was some trash talk. And then when you're playing against Maccabi nowadays, there's no fans. So you hear everything. And it's a bunch of people just trying to embarrass each other. And so the first game, I think he made 1 or 2 shots, but it wasn't necessarily on me. And like Ken just came out of nowhere and was like, man, I got Lonnie. And I'm like, why? Like it's good. And then I, all right, cool. You got him. And then he just, you as a player, as a teammate, you just got to know how to switch it up and when to switch it up. And I think the best thing about me and Ken is like, we both present something different. And there's times where I may chase somebody and I may just put my weight on them and try to smother them and wear them down. And then you try to beat them with the jab if I'm using a boxing reference, and to let Ken go and jab and use his speed, his strength, waiting to get under you. So it's I'm thinking boxing a lot right now for whatever reason, but grappling and you're holding, like that's more of me. Like I want to try to physically wear you down and mentally play some games. And then when you see that,
like okay, he want to take you to the 9th round.
Yeah. Like
I'm more Tank Davis
right now. I'm trying to deliver the blow. And so it's like, it's been times where I'm just like, can't get him. And he swallowed, like he pause, like he handles the rest of the game, that player and that assignment. So it's actually a healthy tandem that we have going on.
Although I actually remember, since you brought up boxing, I remember you playing some soccer against Panathinaikos and Kendrick Nunn. You did some
the tripping
couple of
thing.
nice, yeah.
They said, first of all, listen.
That was football. That's what we call football here in Europe.
Listen, all right, cool. I know everybody loves Kendrick, but that's my guy. Like we trained together in the summer. I think he's the most talented, if not one of the most talented player scoring the basketball in Europe. But when I come to the Instagram after the game, everybody is like, "Oh, tripping!" Like you think I want to trip? This, like, come on. And then I need to address this. They keep showing this play of him dunking the basketball, and I jumped. I have 4 fouls. This is Kendrick Nunn. He just won MVP probably 6 days ago. Listen, I'm not taking my 5th foul on contesting the block shots, but if you know me, you know I'm going to block something in transition. I don't care if it's a dunk, a layup, or whatever. So please, Panther fans, you guys are great. I love y'all. I don't want no more leprechaun clovers in my DMs. I love your organization. This ain't trash talk, but I'm not tripping players, man. Like I'm just out there playing hard, and sometimes this happens. It's a physical game.
And speaking of best defenders, at least in Dubai's team, I heard there is like a ballot for the best defensive player of the year award, or like best defensive team in the EuroLeague. And it's like in some inner circles. Have you heard about that? Because I heard that Justin is not on the list, basically.
Disrespectful.
How does it work, actually?
I don't know. I don't know what I can and can't speak on right now. But
because last year, when Nick Weiler-Babb has been awarded as the best defensive player, a lot of people were surprised.
Yeah.
Because like Bayern was one of the worst defensive teams, and Nick is an amazing defensive player.
Yeah.
But it was like, came out like out of nowhere.
I don't think it's valued how it should be valued.
They value it on steals and maybe deflections. Maybe I would say probably steals, but they don't see actually the contest you get on these shots, the getting these players out of their spots. making them uncomfortable.
Breaking through ball screens.
Now we're talking about some overrated stats. And I like steals.
Yeah. I think that they look past what's actually going on and just look at this box. See, he has 4 steals. He's the best defender.
Yeah, I think it's just not valued like it used to. I remember when I first got over here, Kyle Hines was the one that was kind of dominating that category. So I looked and I watched and I was like, why? And I recognized why, because he'll switch on to a point guard and sit down and guard, but then he'll battle with the big and he'll get a deflection. And he wasn't the most athletic, but he had super long arms. And I just remember getting here and watching, and I was like, I think I can get into that category before it's all said and done in Europe. I'm very solid. I think one of the players in the EuroLeague said something about like the one thing that they valued about playing against me is that I don't flop. Like, I'm not looking to get statistics on the defensive end. My job is to make sure that you are not comfortable and you don't get to where you want to get to on the floor. And so I think there needs to be someone in charge of this defensive voting that actually values the defensive end of the basketball. You can't just look at stats for these types of awards. Who do you think is the best defensive player in EuroLeague?
It's tough because I could find
Give me a top 5.
That's tough because probably have to pick between you. Like it's hard to get with both of you.
I'll give him the edge now just because I know that's what he wants to do each and every night.
That's my dog.
Okay.
I'll give him the edge. So, Justin Anderson.
Because I could pick like one best defender from each team. Like I like what Jaron Blossomgame is doing in Monaco. I like Jaren Grant.
So you said Jaron before my Alpha.
You know, to me, Alpha, he does more stuff offensively. And
I
feel
thought the
Jaron,
same thing. This year, he's focusing a lot more on offense. He's losing himself a little bit on the defensive.
That's the thing. In Olympiacos, I like Thomas Walkup or Tyson Ward.
Yep.
Fener, I love Nicola Melli.
Melli.
I'm a big fan of Nicola Melli. I think he's a game changer for them in the front line. And they're missing him a lot.
And that's because of his ability to be versatile guarding?
He's tough.
Yeah,
he's physical.
Yep.
He can actually defend on the perimeter.
Yep.
And it felt like he became a way better defender in his recent years. Like he's a veteran.
Yeah.
Before he was scoring more. Maybe he had to focus more on defensive end.
Yeah.
But he's great. I think he's crucial for them. So it's really hard to pick one.
So you still leaving me out of the top 5, huh?
No, I have you.
Okay.
Yeah. Who do you have?
Good question. I think Tavares, because you got to respect what he does down there. I think statistically, Oturo
I like
and Hopewell. I think this is in no order. I think Diallo, just because I played against him last year in the playoffs, and then I'm watching him this season. And the thing that I respect is that he'll guard every position.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would say Ward. I don't think it's shown. It's not jumping off the page to you, but I think he's a top 5 defender in EuroLeague because he is so active. He's weak side, steals, he'll block it.
Mm-hmm.
He guards the ball. Dang. I'm gonna put Ken in there over me. See, since we've been giving each other passing back and compliments today.
But
I'll put Ken and myself in there as well. So I'm gonna give you 6.
Okay.
I'll give you 5 and I'm gonna leave myself out. I'm gonna go Justin. No order. Justin. Isaac Bonga.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention him.
Bonga's a good one.
Diallo. You know who I really like? Who Strazel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Maybe that's just because I'm a point guard and I know I have to deal with him more than other guys. Strazel's a really, really good defender though. And obviously Tavares.
Mm-hmm.
But mine may look a little different, but Strazel and Bonga are in there for me for sure.
Actually, Arnas Butkevičius from Žalgiris is quite an underrated name. I don't know if you follow his game, but usually they put him on the best guards. So you might have some nice time tomorrow in the game. But like,
who's this?
Arnas Butkevičius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it's Mike James or any like Kendrick Nunn, he's always on him because he's basically like you, just not that crazy. But you know, he has this big body.
Yeah.
Also super physical. He basically sticks with you, and it's really tough to score.
Number 9.
I'm not a numbers game. 51.
51.
Yeah.
And he can shoot it a little bit.
Oh yeah. This year he's surprisingly good shooter.
Yeah. He's one of those underrated ones.
True.
Yeah. He's one of the ones that like he just does his job every night.
Let's start with Olympiacos. They're currently the first seeded team, I guess. Or they might be when this episode will be dropped on YouTube. But Olympiacos, the first name that comes to your mind. You mentioned Tyson Ward.
Tyson Ward's a glue guy for them. So I would say Tyson Ward, and I'm a big fan of Milutinov. Smart. Like, not going to wow you. Just big fan of Mulatino. So I'm going to say Tyson Ward Mulatino.
Y'all got to give me a little bit of grace because this is my first year EuroLeague.
Sure.
So if I may think guys are underrated, you guys may be like, oh, no, he's not, because you guys have seen him a lot more than me. But I'm also going Milutinov. I was talking about him to some of my teammates not too long ago, just about how smart he is, the IQ he plays with, how physical he is, offensive rebounds, he finishes, smart, he has touch. I'll probably go Milutinov for Olympiacos.
So regarding Fenerbahce, I mentioned Nikola Meli. Who would you pick from that team?
And then we're talking underrated.
Yeah, I was about to say Taylor, but he's not underrated anymore. He's everybody knows about him
yeah.
now.
I'm going to still say D. Hall.
I was about to say that too.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get the MVP, but he was the MVP of that Final Four.
True.
With respect to Nigel. This dude is solid. And then are we picking 2 or 1? Because I had in my mind for
whatever. Actually,
I really value Nando DeColo,
and
I think he's become underrated because he was in Asvel at the beginning of the season, and we had a kid from America that was on our team, Boogie Ellis, who was there for his first game. And at this time in the season, I wasn't really playing much in the rotation due to some injury stuff or whatever. And I told him he was he's wide eyed. He's like, this is EuroLeague. It's his first time seeing what a EuroLeague game looks like. And I said, hey, you see that dude right there? Watch out for him. And I think he ended up with like 20 and like 9 or something like that. And he was like, yo, you was right. And I was like,
one of those guys too. I didn't know him. I didn't know him beforehand. And Justin talks about him a lot. So he really likes DeColo's game. Talks about him as a point guard, as a shooting guard. He's a big fan of his game. So I remember that.
It's crazy that I'm calling him underrated because these young kids, they don't know.
Yeah.
Fenerbahce, though, I would say Devon Hall. And because you look at their team now, and I don't know where he is in scoring or whatever on their team, but you have their 2 scorers now who are Wade Baldwin and Taylor. So you might look at the team like, oh, but without Devon, I don't know how they are. Obviously, he guards the best guard 1 through 3, whoever it is. He takes on that matchup every night. He controls the game. He makes shots. All little things. And I would say Tariq. I don't want to mispronounce his last name.
Tariq Biberovic?
Yeah. Him.
Okay.
But he's solid, man.
He's solid.
I didn't know he was only 24 years old. I just found this out, a couple of weeks ago from some of my teammates, and I thought he was my age, 27. When I found out he was 24, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, but he played like in the EuroLeague, he's like for 7 or 8 years already.
See?
So
I mean, I didn't know that. I'm new to this, so I'm still learning a lot, man.
Okay, let's go with Madrid. And is it even possible to label someone as like underrated when you're on Madrid? Or maybe
yeah, they're not exempt. They're not special.
Okay.
Visca Barca. No, I'm kidding. I'll let you go first. I've been going first each time. I have my pick, but if you want me to go, I'll go. I'll say Theo Madelon. Okay. And my mind is kind of like on the defensive end because we kind of started off talking about some of the defensive stuff. But I think he does some really good things when he comes in as far as controlling the game offensively, but defensively, he doesn't seem like a cone. And then I'll say
I'm going Trey Lyles.
Trey Lyles, yeah.
I'm gonna go Trey Lyles. I mean that instant spark on a starter off the bench or however they do it, but when he's going, they're really hard to beat. He don't get all the credit. Obviously, you got Campazzo over there. You have Walter Tavares and all these guys. So, I would go Trey Lyles.
Although I don't think that he can be actually labeled as an underrated player anymore. Like he's one of the best players in the EuroLeague this season, I would say.
Would you say Garuba? Doing the dirty work?
That energy,
I like him. It's just like sometimes he's not that consistent or like you don't feel his impact.
Some games.
Yeah. Valencia. The former team.
Cameron Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. I played Summer League with Cam Taylor. He actually really good. Him and Bronco. I played with both those guys in Phoenix. Phoenix Suns Summer League 3 years ago, maybe. I got to go those two, man. Cam Taylor and Bronco.
Your boy, Nate Rivers.
Yeah, but I don't think Nate's that's my guy. I play AAU with Nate, so shout out Nate Rivers. That's my guy. D1 Minnesota babies.
He's been killing.
But, I don't know if he's underrated. I think he's one of their guys, and it's showing that everybody can see that. So underrated though, I have to go Cam Taylor and Bronco.
Panathinaikos.
Underrated, Jetty Osman. Like when he's playing well, they're tough to beat. He just Gave us like 20 and we lost by like 2. But we didn't know he was going to get 20. For me, it's Jetty. Okay.
I'm going to go Jerry and Grant
Jerry
as
Grant.
their most underrated player. Just the fact that he can, play positions 1 to 3. Lately, he's been playing point guard for them. He's been starting at the point guard, and he can defend, he can score. I think when he's there and he's active, they're really hard to beat. So I'm gonna go Jerry and Grant.
I'm going Jerry too.
Yeah, good pick. How about Tel Aviv?
Their backup big.
Oh yeah, he give us problems both times.
What's his name?
Odiesi?
Yeah, Odiase.
Okay.
Man.
Ty
Odiase.
Odiase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Underrated.
he doesn't play much.
Yeah.
So that's why I was confused.
I'm gonna go Ish
He
Wainwright.
killed us.
Okay.
Ish Wainwright. Like one of those guys again. He goes out there and he guards 1 through 5.
Mm.
I think he's the glue of their team. He keeps their team together. He makes them really tough to beat. I think he's their best defender. Like I say, he's able to guard 1 through 5. So I'm gonna go Ish.
I like Colin Malcolm, actually. I also think
He's
that
good too.
he makes a nice impact. Žalgiris,
51. I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Butkevičius.
Very underrated. The defender of the team, like we talked about already. But he's also like, he's showing that you can't just leave him. Like he'll make shots on the offensive end. He'll make the right cut. Like he definitely seems like the glue guy for them.
I'm gonna go. I'm not good with names, y'all, so please forgive me. Number 91.
Sirvidis.
Lefty.
Sirvidis.
That's my dog.
I like him. He's good.
Have you played with him?
No.
Okay.
I play with him.
I've seen him play for some time now. He can get his ISO back a little bit. He can shoot
Mhm.
off the dribble, playing the pick and roll a little bit of everything. I think he's their most underrated player for sure.
That's my boy Drip because he know how to dress, but he's a
Okay.
cone.
Shout out
Drip
Drip.
know he a cone.
Shout out Trip, man.
Drive
Shout
right
out
around
Drip.
him.
Red Star.
Shimmy.
Oh my goodness.
Shimmy.
Yo, every time I watch Red Star, he never misses a 3.
That's what he do.
Yo, I was watching probably the last 2 games I've been watching, and he does not. It seems like anytime I'm watching, I don't know if it's just me, but he does not miss a 3. It's like 100% from 3 when I watch.
And people don't realize that Shimmy had a huge role in Valencia scoring the basketball. And I think he lessened his role to help this team in Red Star because he's not as aggressive as I know him to be. So that says a lot about not only character, but IQ of the game and understanding, like, let me do whatever it takes to win. Because Shimmy has probably gone from, I don't know the numbers, but maybe like 8 or 9 attempts per game to like maybe like 3 or 4. And he's, he's trying to figure out a way to help those guys win. So for me, it's a no-brainer for me.
I'm gonna shout out my boy Tyson Carter.
Okay.
Because before the injury,
The health issues, basically.
the health issues, he was balling. It was 15, 16 points a night. He was their guy, one of their guys before all this happened. So praying for my guy to get back to full strength.
For sure.
I think he's their most underrated player because we're not seeing a full glimpse of what he actually can do like we saw at the beginning of the season before the injury happened. So I can't wait to see him back at full throttle and back to being himself.
Barca.
Underrated? You know who I'm going to say for underrated in Barca?
Yeah.
I'll let you go first then.
Venezuela?
Yep. You're going to say Brizuela. I'm going to say Brizuela too. We played at Barca. He lit us up, man. And we might have overlooked him a little bit. J.A. didn't, obviously. He told us about him beforehand, and it's a tough guard. He can shoot it. He can put it on the floor, play both positions, on the ball, off the ball. I think he's really talented, man.
I promise I'm not being like against, because you may have thought that I thought Dario's really talented. But for me, I think it's got to be Para. I think he's the energy guy. He's the guy that, with a team full of older guys, he still has that young pop that when they need that spark, he'll get a cut to a finish. He'll catch and shoot a corner 3. He'll get a block. He'll run in transition. And this is my young boy from last year. We both played the 3 and, we competed. And I told him, like, listen, like, you gonna be good, bro. Like, just focus on yourself and focus on, and now I start to see the little things that I was doing last year, getting the crowd involved, making the plays and having some reaction to it, which may be some things he was doing already in his career. But I think for what that team needs, he provides it at a high level, and that's like kind of that youthful spark. And I think it's underrated. I don't think people talk about Joey a lot. Dario get buckets.
And I'm new to this again, man.
Yeah, Dario get buckets.
Forgive me
But it's good to have that perspective, some fresh blood, fresh eyes.
Everything
yeah.
is new to me, man. Before I came overseas, I knew nothing about European basketball, so especially EuroLeague. So it's all new to me.
All good. We're learning together, so it's all fine. Monaco.
Underrated.
Strazel.
That's a good pick.
Strazel. I mean, he's playing 30 minutes now, so you might see him a little more because Mike James is out. But even with Mike James, bro, like when Strazel comes in and he picks up 98 feet the whole game, it's tough. It's tough. And he could put the ball on the floor, play both positions, can score it a little bit. So I'm gonna go Strazel.
He just reminded me last year I called him hyenas in the playoffs.
That was an epic story.
I saw him in the tunnel and he was like, hyenas, huh? And I told him, I said, man, listen, you the lead hyena, man. Like if there's a guy that I need to be if there's a guy from that team I'll get in the foxhole with, I think it's Strazel.
Sure.
He like, that dude is tough. That dude cares about the team. That dude cares about winning. I don't know if it's the locks bouncing all over the place that make it look like he playing harder, just throwing some humor with it. But that dude is a competitor, and I think he's very undervalued in EuroLeague. I think if a top team gets him, he takes them to a different level.
And that's what actually I think kept him on that team, because Monaco has a core of players that played together like 4 years. Yeah. They always made the playoffs since they entered the league, and they basically had the same group of players. And I remember that Strazel was always that like fifth backcourt player. And you don't expect much. Local player. Maybe he was on the team in the beginning just because he was a local player. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of great guys. Mike James, Okobo, Jordan Lloyd was before Nedovic. They tried with Furkan Korkmaz last year. Kemba Walker was there as well. Yeah. And he was always there, not like waiting, but fighting for his position. And to see him finally thriving in a bigger role and bigger minutes, like I just feel personally happy for the guy. That's because he deserves that.
See, man, because we all come from something like that a little bit, man. Like having to, dig your way and just stay around.
Not everybody.
Okay, not everybody, but me personally, I had to. So I got a lot of respect for him because, for me, even in the NBA to coming overseas to whatever the case may be, I always had to, like, I'm here, okay? Like, you're going to keep bringing these guys in. I'm going to keep knocking them down one by one.
I don't know how many more years. I don't know how many more years I got. If I cut you off, I apologize. I don't know how many more years I got, but Ken versus Strazel is a matchup that I'm excited to see for some years. Like, they go at it. Like, so sure. That, yeah. A lot of respect for him.
Nice. Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Underrated?
I know mine. What you got?
Big fella.
O'Shea Brissett?
Nope.
Okay.
O'Shea is very valuable, though. If I'm picking two, O'Shea is one.
He's actually, yeah.
He is very valuable for them. O'Shea is doing the daggone thing.
Sorkin?
Sorkin.
Romain Sorkin? Oh, okay.
Hey, man, Sorkin coming. Sorkin is coming. I don't know what he did in his offseason program. I don't know what the numbers say. Numbers may lie. But he's gotten so much better this year, and he is very underrated. Like, if you don't prepare for him, he makes you pay. He can shoot the three. Mm-hmm. He can finish around the basket. He's tall enough to use his touch and finish everything. And then defensively, he's not like, I think he blocked one of our like lob attempts. Like, this kid is good. I think he's very underrated. Huh?
That was my lob attempt.
He blocked it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jalen Horde and Tamir Black. I mean, Tamir maybe not be underrated to you guys, but again, this is all new to me, and his passing game is unbelievable. Like, he sees everything. He, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't make a mistake when passing the ball. So I'm gonna go him and then Jalen Horde because I think him and Brissett are their glue guys, but Jalen, he guards 1 through 5. When we played him the first time in Dubai, he started the game on me. So I mean, he's 6'10", he guards the point guard and then go 2, 3, 4 all the way down. So I'm gonna go Jalen Horde and Tamir Black.
Good picks as well. Milan.
Mine is Balmero.
That's all I was gonna say. Shout out my boy Leo. We played together at the Timberwolves. That's my guy, man. We go back. Shout out Leo.
Tough. Knows his role.
That's David's guy too. You see David smiling a little hard right there when we say Leo. That's David's guy too, man. Shout out Leo.
Tough, knows his role, gets to his spots, takes his shots, defends the best players.
Bayern Munich?
Definitely know who he's saying right now. I'm going to go Justin Jessup.
Okay.
I'm going to go Jessup.
It's a great pick.
Shoot the lights out of the ball. I might be a little biased, though. His younger brother went to college with me.
So how you don't watch no EuroLeague? You know everybody in EuroLeague. You played with them.
His younger brother went to college with me, man. But his role on that team, man, when he got it going, they're really hard to beat.
Mhm.
Him and Obbs, the way they shoot the ball. I'm gonna go Jessup though, is the most underrated.
Yeah, I think I might go Jessup too. Who you thought I was gonna say?
Point guard.
Oh yeah. Hey, Shorty can play. Dimitrijevic.
Oh, Dimitrijevic. Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna be good.
He's talented.
He's talented. He still got to work. I told him work because you got a chance to be good. So I think he might be one of my but Jessup really surprised me the last couple of times we played them. He plays hard. He runs the floor like he's a daggone track athlete. He can shoot the basketball. He can defend. He plays at a high level every time he's out on the court, and you got to respect that. I think he's a guy for sure. He's an underrated guy for sure.
Partizan Belgrade?
For his career, he's not underrated. But now, Nick Kalatis. Yo, I told Justin that's probably my least favorite player to guard. And he's not fast, not strong.
He can't shoot, basically.
Can't shoot for real, not quick, but he is a problem. Because how smart he is. If you switch, I switched on the Bonga, and he just like, boop, right over my head. Like, the way he passes the ball is incredible. Like, the way he can run a team is amazing. And I know who that is. I know, from his past, he may not be underrated. He's one of the best point guards ever to do this in the EuroLeague.
It's like how I feel about DeColo.
Yeah. See, but
and that's actually a good pick because everyone now focuses on the fact that he cannot shoot. He's getting older.
He changes the game. He can't shoot the ball. He changes the game though.
Yeah,
he changes the game for them completely.
No, but he's shooting that thing.
Yeah,
you go under too far, he gonna shoot it. Let you know about it.
But he's not known to be a shooter.
Gotcha.
Is what we
for sure, 1,000%.
And usually he misses the first 4, but when it actually matters, he has that big one.
Make a big one. But I told Justin that's my least favorite point guard to guard.
Wow,
easily.
That's tough, man. I don't know who I will say for Partizan. I know, like I said, with the conversation that we were talking about defensively, Lokic is a game changer just because he comes in there and he brings the energy. And when you have all of those fans and, if you can get them fans to get involved in the game, it's a tougher place to play when everybody's cheering. So when he comes in, he has a big impact. And I've seen him guard point guards. I've seen him guard 2s, 3s. But I see exactly what you're saying with Kalatis, for sure. I see exactly what you're saying at this stage of his career.
Paris basketball?
Jared Roden.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Roden. I'm going to go Roden. First year in EuroLeague.
He joined mid-season.
Yeah, joined mid-season. Nobody really knew about him, but if you've been watching him lately, he's one of their guys. He's one of their key pieces. He's a glue guy. And, when you look at Paris, you obviously think of Nadir Hiffy and TJ Shorts from last year, but Jared Roden's really good. And he can defend. He's a high-level defender, too.
I was questioning my pick, but you made it better by not mentioning him when you think about TJ Shorts and Nadir Hiffy. But Justin Robinson. Like, he's one of those guys. And I think because he hasn't played in a big organization yet, we're not celebrating it. But if he goes somewhere bigger than Paris, with all respect to Paris and their organization, I'm not saying that they're not a big organization, but if he goes to you know what I mean? I think he'll be able to show how talented he is as a point guard in this league. So I'll say him. Roden's playing well, but I think J-Rob may be the underrated guy for me.
And the very last one, Dubai.
Underrated. Shoot, shout out my dog Donga, shout out my dog Kamini, shout out my dog Bertans. I'll go through the whole roster if I had the time.
Go ahead.
But underrated, I'll say this kid right here, man. This kid's tough. This kid was brung in as a supposed possible backup coming from EuroLeague, Badushinos. You like that I said that right in front of the cameras, huh? I always give him
Budapest, I guess, right?
Yeah, so he always call it Budapest.
Budapest,
Budapest,
wherever he came from. But I think the fact that he came in behind some veteran guards and he was thrown into the fire early as a rookie, and we had some tough injuries with Jonan, with Bacon, who are our lead guys. Captain Galley, who is a lead guy as well. Whenever those guys go down, this guy steps up. And he's showing 20s. He's showing game winners. He's guarding the point guard the entire game, not letting me guard people just because he doesn't care if he's tired or not. How many conversations I've tried to tell him, are you a dog or not? And he like, man, I'm good. And he wants to keep fighting. And after the game, he can't walk. I think he's our heartbeat. He's our pulse. We go as he goes. Obviously, we got some dogs that are around him, like with some of the names that I mentioned, Petrusev as well. But this kid right here, man, he's got the league on notice, and everybody respects him when he laces them up. And I think he's the one that I think other players, if they were doing this interview, I think they would say that he's the underdog of this team.
And I think it's a legit pick because when Dubai entered the EuroLeague, everyone was focusing on these big signings, big names: Canan Musa, Filip Petrushev, Alex Avramovic, Dwayne Bacon, a lot of guys before McKinley Wright.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was talking so much about you. And the way you provided this all-around impact from day one, like you had a lot of injuries. The team was like up and down all the time, but there was always consistency coming from your side. So you kind of kept the team in that consistency line, like to be here, still competitive, still competing for the playoff spot. So I think it's a fair point to bring your name.
I appreciate both of you guys, man. Just a lot of hard work and, belief coming from these guys, especially him right here, each and every day, just, push me to be better. That 1%, making the extra 10 free throws after practice, just the little things he does, as a veteran, as a leader. I give a lot of credit to him and to my coaching staff, just for believing in me. They really didn't have no choice. Alexa goes down, starting the season, I'm having to play, 30 to 35 minutes a night. And, it was rough at first. It was rough. It's not hard to see. Like, I struggled early on. It took me a little bit of time to figure it out, but, I always knew I belonged. I always knew it was just a matter of time just for me to figure things out and just to adjust to this game and to the physicality, to the high level. So yeah, it was just a matter of time, man. So I appreciate both of you guys for acknowledging and noticing that. For my most underrated, Petrusev's not underrated. Musa's not underrated. Everybody know these guys. Bacon's not underrated. I gotta go with Justin and Bertans. Bertans, when he gets on the floor, all the attention goes to him. You have to pay attention because just the way he shoots the ball lights out and how he can change the game. You guys seen the game at Ephes this year. He comes in and I don't know how many threes he made, but it felt like 20. And then this guy right here, Justin, early in the season, he had the issue, the injuries and everything going on. He wasn't playing early and, he called me on the phone. I'm driving home one day from practice. He like, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to get through this, how I'm going to make this, how I'm going to change this. So he goes from playing, 10 minutes a game early in the season to now he's probably leading our team playing 30 minutes a night. He goes out, he guards the best offensive player on every team, doesn't complain about how many touches he get, doesn't complain about how many shots he get. Sometimes I'm open in the corner, or to me and Alexa, but he rarely ever complains about touches or anything. And it's hard to do that. It's basketball. When you think about it, okay, everybody might say I don't want to score the ball, I don't care about scoring the ball, but like this is what started basketball. This is what made you love basketball. Being able to see the ball go through the hoop, playing, having fun, being one of those guys. And he doesn't complain, man. He comes into practice every day, works hard, and he really takes that challenge of guarding the best player. Like I knew when we were playing Zalgiris, he was going to tell me at some point, yo, let me get Francisco. And as soon as I walk out on the court today, first thing he said, yo, I got Francisco. So
he can say Nigel.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, I'm going to go with those two.
And for the very end, how would you describe what it means to play for Dubai?
I think this is the best question, man. I'll let you go, Ken.
For me, it's a blessing. I got 2 kids. I got 2 little girls. So, when I had my meeting with Dubai, coming off my season last year, there was a couple of EuroLeague teams interested. But when I had my meeting with Dubai and, I seen the city of Dubai and how much activity it is to do for, my kids and the family, it was a no-brainer for me. So for me, number one on my list is making sure that my family's okay, whatever city I play in. But it's amazing. Man. I tell these guys all the time, it's better than the NBA in some aspects. We get our own plane, big seats on the plane. You get fed 2 to 3 times on the plane. Like, hotel is amazing. They really take care of us. The treatment, our physios are amazing. The staff, they go above and beyond to make sure that we're okay. And
yeah, I second everything that he said. And the reason why I said this is the best question is because I think about this one every day. Like, it's so cool to be able to put this uniform on, but it's so cool to be able to say that I'm a part of something that's the first year in EuroLeague, a team that's having their first year in EuroLeague. Coming from Valencia, coming from Barcelona. Shout out to Lugo, Breogán. Of course, I never will forget them. But Valencia and Barcelona were two big-time historical programs in Spain. It was cool for me when I watched this thing get put together and they called me and they had interest. And I was like, okay, we'll see if it happens. Never been to Dubai, never dreamed of going to Dubai. So I didn't care about the city. That wasn't it for me. What I cared the most about, and at some point in my career, I want to end my basketball career. I want to go into coaching. I want to go into doing more stuff in basketball. And all I could just keep thinking about is I have a chance to be able to imprint. I have a chance to be able to leave a lasting legacy and imprint on culture. I got a chance to be able to take what I've learned from Barcelona and the history that they have. And when you walk into those buildings and you see photos of old teams and people are telling you, this is this person, this is that person, this is how he played La Bamba and Barcelona. And you're seeing Wonky shoot, shots high to the ceiling off of 1 foot. And then he's the GM there. The guys who come back and through Valencia, now the new arena that they have that's now upgraded and things like that. When you're watching these things go, it's like, man, to be able to be at the beginning of an organization is like, for me, is like top. Like it's an opportunity, like I said, to be able to put your imprint on culture. And so when you say like, what is it like playing for an organization like Dubai? It's first class in every way. It's first class. The city is first class. The people, our owner is first class. He carries himself in a first class manner. And whenever you get a chance to be around that, you never want to take that for granted because that's who we all aspire to be. And so to be able to be a part of that, I think is the thing that I'm the most thankful for. The basketball stuff, that's going to come. We're going to get better. Players are going to want to come to play in Dubai. That passion is bigger than just someone who wants to be a showman or some of the stupid things that I see in my inboxes on a daily basis. That's a person who just wants to go out there and represent the organization the right way.
Guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. I appreciate the opportunity to learn from your perspective as well, because sometimes this is something we're missing, learning from the player's perspective. Make sure to press like button, to subscribe our channel, but hey, give them a follow, because as you see, there's so much more than just a stat lines, MVP of the month awards, and two great personalities, and two guys to follow if you're real EuroLeague fans.